We could be sitting on a beach eating coconut. Well, coconuts is nasty for me.
What are you talking about? Coconut is the best flavor some of the time.
Flavor, not the best fruit.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess I like shredded coconut and stuff.
Like raw?
Like the sweetened stuff?
Like, natural coconut?
No. We live in Texas. Why am I going to get a coconut from?
They don't sell coconuts at HEB?
I mean, yeah, but what I know about opening a coconut.
You ready?
Yeah.
You high?
You know, I'm chilling. Not super high, but I'm there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the illustrious, one of my bestest friends in the whole wide world, wouldn't trade. Yeah, I don't know, something yet. Wouldn't trade this person for anybody else. She's been with me through, going on, I've known you since 2015. It's 2023 now.
Oh, wow.
Going on almost, 9 years? Yeah. Almost a decade?
Almost.
Jesus.
Man, we getting Mr. old. Hallmark class. That was
Mr. Hallmark class. Shout out Mr. Hallmark. Then we getting old.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
High school feels forever.
High school feels. Anyways. The illustrious, the beautiful, the greatest person to have ever graced my presence. Well,
Yeah.
Sometimes she be getting on my nerves, but
Same.
that's just people for you. You know, when the closer they get to you, the more nerves they hit for some odd reason. We want to go by Lele or Alaijah?
Alaijah.
Welcoming my best friend Alaijah.
Yay. Hi, podcast. Hello.
Hi, podcast. What am I?
I don't know what you call your folks. If they got a name or something.
They don't got a name. They got a name. This is episode. It don't really matter what episode it is, but welcome back to the YourStory podcast with yours truly, Rodney J. Salter. Thank you for joining me for another episode. Whether this be your lunch break, after school break, your smoke break.
Right, you in the car. On your lunch break.
Go ahead.
Your job that pissed you off.
Type shit.
Or you on your way headed to work thinking like, dang, why I had to go to work today?
Bro, every waking morning I'd be like, why are we doing this shit again?
Why do I have to make money? Why is this needed?
We could be sitting on a beach eating coconut. Well, coconuts is nasty for me.
What are you talking about? Coconut is the best flavor some of the time.
Flavor, not the best fruit.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess I like shredded coconut and stuff.
Like raw?
Like the sweetened stuff? Sweet shredded coconut?
Like, natural coconut?
No. We live in Texas. Why am I going to get a coconut from?
They don't sell coconuts at HEB?
I mean, yeah, but what I know about opening a coconut.
Get a knife and stab that. You don't see it on the cartoons? They be opening that
Cartoons. You also see them people cut their finger off trying to also open a coconut or smashing their hand.
Touche.
Absolutely not. I'm too clumsy for that.
Touche. If you're on YouTube, she done interrupted my whole introduction. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and do me a favor. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, hit the notification bell, leave a comment down below of what the episode. If you're on Spotify and you're listening to the soothe, sultry sounds of my voice, do me a favor.
Voice. Ooh. ASMR.
Do me a favor. Hit the follow button. Hit the rating, or leave a show a rating. 5 stars preferable, but whatever you got to say with your corazón. But with that, we're going to kick off the episode. I want to give you accolades. I want to give you your flowers because I don't see you too often. I really don't. Right. I don't see you too often.
I live somewhere that's not here no more. I moved away. So I come out of my cave every blue moon to come back to where I'm from.
Nah, but yeah. I met Alaijah. We met in freshman year of high school. I think it was like my first week of high school, which is wild to me because people I don't usually be meeting people the first week of school. But we met outside of Hallmark's class, and she came up to me on some I want to be friends type shit, and I was like, all right, cool, I guess. I don't know who you are.
When this story comes up because I'm a reformed person. I just want to let this be known. Let me preface because I know where this is going. Because you ain't just gonna do me no sort of way. Anyway, I'll interject when I feel like he gassing himself up a little too much.
There will be no gassing. There will be no gassing. But I will say this: she was one of the first individuals that I met starting a new school, starting a new area of Austin. Right? She's one of the first. And this is why she's been in my life for so long, because she has been the realest person in my corner. So yeah, met her in outside of Hallmark's class. I don't know what period that was. Don't really care. And she came up. She was like, "Yo, I'm Alaijah. Wagwan. You know what's popping? I want to get to know you." And I was like, "Sure, I guess. Chill for a little bit. You know, we got ourselves a little handshake and all that. We kicked it." She was the first person who introduced me to. You don't know this, but you were the first person who introduced me to smoking. I did not smoke weed before her, bro.
Don't
She's
put
the
that
bad
in
influence.
there. Oh my God.
She's the bad
You're
influence.
the second person that told me that, and that is not okay.
She is the bad influence. Miss Hargrove. This is the
Mama, you're never watching this. I will never let her know.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, my mama knows about my life now, so she probably just be like, "Damn, Alaijah, for real."
No, but a lot of first experiences, especially high school experiences, this has been the culprit. And just all of the memories I have in high school, all the fun memories I have in high school, Alaijah's usually at the center of them, and so we're friends all throughout high school. You know, all throughout every year, bro. There was something new to our relationship, and we graduated, and I went to A&M. She went to UT Arlington, and she's in Dallas now, doing big things. I'm so very proud of her for all of the adult things that she's gone through. And all of the bullshit that life has thrown her way, but she hasn't let it get her down in the slightest. I'm very proud of the woman she has become, and I'm very proud to call her my friend. I'm very proud to call her my friend.
Hearing my friends gush about me is so uncomfortable. Because I feel like I just be out here thugging, just being
just the
whatever.
Thuggish.
Literally. So that's funny. Ew, people talk nice about me. I get sick, but thanks.
Really?
Honestly.
That's crazy. All right, so let me really get to the real. So she don't want me to talk nice about her. Let me talk about the bullshit she be bro. But anyways, this is my best friend. So glad to have you. Finally got her in the studio. How's it feel?
It's different. We've been here once before. The setup is new.
I got furniture.
If y'all, there's definitely furniture here now. If that, not there's no footage to that even. If the audio comes out from that, very first one we was in your car, it's completely different. He got to upgrade, y'all. He got some money now. I wish I could see the whole set. He got some money. Dinero.
Don't let her cash on. That's not what it is. But first things first, I want to do a mental health check-in. I'll be as transparent as I can with my mental health check-in. But we're gonna start with you. How we doing physically, emotionally, spiritually?
Physically, I'm at a weird place because my family's commenting a lot on my body because I've lost a lot of weight since folks have really known me for real. It's just that weird ick when somebody who was plus size their whole life lose some weight and the people are like, "You losing weight? Are you okay?" They automatically assume that there's something wrong with you or want you to eat more because they're not used to seeing you lose weight. Which I'm not doing nothing in particular, but that's my ick right now with that. Emotionally, I've been at my mama house for a week, 2 weeks at this point, and I'm so used to being on my own for the last 2 years. So kind of being told what to do and kind of having to respect somebody's space that's not mine. It's kind of draining just a little bit. Spiritually, I feel like me and God tight, Yeah.
Even though she said 50-50, I told you she was both. I don't want to cuss.
I mean, yeah.
But God know my heart. She was bullshit.
Yeah, it go up and down, but we straight right now. Okay, what about you?
Mentally, how you go mentally?
I said emotionally because I was in my house. Mentally, you know, I just came off a therapy session this week, so I'm straight. You asked me in about 2 weeks when I'm in between therapy sessions, we might be a little downhill till I meet my therapist. But she gonna get me right, and we just gonna go back. So we cool right now. We coolin'.
Shout out therapy. Shout out my therapist, Miriam from Lyra. You got me through some real tough times. Look, we here with it. We here with it. You know. I guess it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's my turn. Mentally, physically, doing good. I haven't been hitting the gym as of recently. Just been kind of ever since work. I'm just been kind of parlaying.
Mm-hmm.
So doing physically decent. I guess I could be doing better, but we'll get back to it. We'll get back to the grind. Look, the gym is great, and we'll get back to the grind for sure in the coming weeks. But for right now, I just needed some rest. Emotionally, I'm gonna give the NPC answer as well as I can. It only gets bad at night, for real. When you by yourself and it's 2 a.m. So that's the only really issue as far as emotions go. But you navigate them and try to do the best you can. Yeah. It's only this world is gonna throw bullshit at you. So I'm just trying to. I don't want to say survive, but I'm just trying to
Nah, that's what it is. We in fight or flight mode out here until you find a smooth spot to land.
And I'm for sure trying to find that smooth spot to land. But we moving. Hey, it is what it is. And then what? Emotionally, physically, mentally, I'm on a high for real.
Okay.
I'm on a high for real. Work is always gonna be work. I can't stand going, but and what I hate most about work is fake laughing at people's bullshit ass jokes.
Literally,
because they're not funny. That's another conversation for another day. Anyways, I'm riding out a high. I don't know when that shit is going to set. Like dip. It could dip shit tomorrow, low key. But for right now, we're gonna ride this out. We're gonna feel good about everything. Trying to be more optimistic about life.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to be a Debbie Downer, or whatever the male equivalent to that is. Yeah, real pessimistic. So moving on, but what's the last one? Spiritually, me and God got to get closer, man. He know my heart, but also he like, nigga, I ain't heard from you. And Jesus is black. He's like, nigga, I ain't heard from you in a minute. Where you at?
Literally.
But yeah, trying to grow my relationship with God, trying to grow my relationship, with myself. And yeah. I'm an infant as far as this adulthood goes. So
me and my mama was talking about car insurance the other day and health insurance, and I said, what? You want me to learn about what exactly? I'm not 25 yet. I thought I had at least 2 more years to be able to figure that out. However, when starting a big girl job and you getting benefits and those benefits are better than what you currently have, you got to start looking at your paperwork. And looking at your paperwork is driving me crazy right now.
Yeah. You got to start reading the fine print. We don't do that enough.
No.
We don't do that enough. my brother just he's riding around like SpongeBob in this bitch. And my mom was like, she hit us with a group message talking about y'all need to talk to y'all brother. He riding around. I'm like, mama,
come on now.
Like I get it. I not get it because I guess supposedly they started to arrest people for not having your paperwork, which is understandable, mm-hmm. But also like you ain't got to hit us with the multimedia message, bro. Like what?
You don't take him DPS and make him get his stuff,
or just let him get it. Huh?
Don't put that in the air.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. He gonna tighten up. I feel like
he needs to learn his lesson, but not that way.
Not that way. Definitely not that way. He gonna tighten up though. I feel like he not getting it now. I don't know who he gonna listen to. But sometimes you just gotta hear from like, huh?
Yeah, I was saying older brother just need to beat his ass into submission, but that's just me. That's my approach. I'm hit you upside the head first. You can ask me a question later. Go do what I told you to do. Be mad about it after.
Yeah. But it's gonna click for him before bullshit happens.
Shoot, ain't he finna be 21? He gonna need it in a little bit. He gonna try to go out and stuff. Gonna need a little bit, so it's gonna come. It's gonna come out of necessity.
You don't really need nothing on 6th Street. That's why I don't go. Whole bunch of kids there.
Over there.
Whole bunch of kids.
You miss me. I don't even do that in the D.
They gotta
go to the Ellum.
What's it
not go to Deep Ellum. Ever.
Ellum?
Deep Ellum, yeah. That's like the equivalent of
the 6th Street.
6th Street.
down in Dallas.
Yeah.
Really? What's the spots? We get on the topic. What's the spots down there in Dallas? Because I'm about to be up there.
I go to Fort Worth most of the time.
She don't come out for real.
I go to Fort Worth. If I'm gonna be honest, if I do go to Fort Worth, there's like a strip of bars. They have them everywhere, like your Wonder Bar, your Dogwood, your little chain bars. And there's a spot in Fort Worth that got a whole bunch of bars.
You said stripper bar?
No, I said Wonder Bar.
No. Before Wonder Bar, you said stripper bar?
No, strip of bars.
Oh, strip of. Okay, I was like stripper bar. Where do you do that at?
Yeah, no, I just talked to you guys. That's funny.
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't really be going out for it, is what I'm hearing.
I'm a kickback person. I'll plan the meanest game night of your life, to be honest. If I don't have to leave my house and people come to me and then leave afterwards, then that is my type of function, to be honest. I'll put together the work of cooking, decorating, cleaning, if I don't have to leave my home after that.
Okay, question. Copy. A little side question. Let's say you what's it called? Putting together a kickback. What's your signal for when it's time for everybody to get the fuck about your place?
So depending on what type of kickback it is, like if it's a lit kickback, like we playing games and the music, I'm very intentional with my music. If you're ever around me, my music is gonna tell how I feel in general or how I feel about you. 9 times out of 10. So if I'm playing lit music, I'm playing, my Meg, my Money Bag, my Future, It's a lit playlist. But then once I start kicking on them old school jams, you hear some Al Green or something, then I'm gonna need you to know that that's your time to come on. I might play some Boyz II Men into the road just to make sure you understand that it's to go.
End of the road.
She
got it on repeat.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like, we done heard this on 5 different times.
Yeah, I wonder why. And especially if you see me in the kitchen start washing dishes for real, and you don't offer to help me, and you're not a part of the cleanup crew that offer to help, you need to start slowly making your way out because it's gonna piss me off that you're not doing nothing.
Cleaning up is like the universal black sign for like you have to bounce. You need to bounce, like for real. Yeah, because once the dishes start coming out, once the broom start coming out, start sweeping up stuff or picking up whatever's on the table, yeah, you gotta bounce. Bro. You gotta go out of here.
And especially because I'm the type of person that'll let people invite people. And if you didn't come on your own, or if you came with your people and you have extra people, you automatically cannot stay later because you have extra people. So, yeah, that's another thing. If you want to invite somebody else to my kickback, make sure that they have a ride. Because I let my folks stay a little bit longer to kick it because then I don't have to play host. Y'all know what it is. And I'm finna get in my bed, lock the door.
So you be asleep and people still be there?
I mean, I definitely, honestly, once I move into my own spot, yes. Because there will be at least one person who will be up and is either staying or has a key. So lock up on the way out.
Lock up is hilarious. What's the latest you letting people, whether they invited plus ones or not, the latest a kickback can go before you like, all right, cool. Because me personally, after
it really depends.
11, y'all got to get the...
It depends.
Like on the people.
Yeah, like who it is and what I'm doing. Like if it was just like Uno card night, like game night, like little impromptu something. Okay, but if I'm planning games and stuff, and then we get to like Uno shit afterwards, I'll let that rock till like 3 or 4 in the morning. To be honest, I'm the type of person that will stay up and party and be lit. Like I'm gonna go through phases. Like if you need to take a break and sit on the couch, like yeah, we're gonna keep going, but recharging. Come on. I'm gonna stay. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna stay up late. I'm gonna get my money's worth.
4 o'clock in the morning.
I've done it before.
That's after hours chat.
Exactly. And that's why, like, I feel like once I start cleaning up, like, I'll let people, like, my group people stay till like 3 or 4. But, like, everybody else, like, 1 or 2, you know, that's when you start wrapping stuff up. That's what time the club closes at 2 o'clock anyway.
True.
Stuff don't start getting lit till after 11:30, 12 anyway. So they do a solid hour and a half.
People be wanting to go to the club at like 8, 9, 10. I'm like, nobody's there.
I mean, you get your drinks early, I guess, but you're gonna be looking around at the DJ and the bartender.
Yeah, and the bartender's looking dumb because they looking at you like, bro, you should have came. But honestly, nah. Show up to the club around like 10:30, 11. Get your drinks, right? So you already kind of got a slight buzz going.
Why you not drinking before you get there? You're doing it wrong.
Also that too. But let's say you're not hip to pre-gaming, right?
Mm-hmm.
Show up to the club like 10:30, 11. Get you a little buzz going. You know, get in good with the bartenders because once that rush happens, you be pressed to even be able to talk to one.
Literally.
So yeah, get you that buzz going, mingle with the bartenders, the bouncer, whatever the case may be, and then once it gets jumping, you know you already got the good spots picked out. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
77. Once it's like 12, 1 o'clock, the autumn swings and shit, it be gone. It be gone. So it's like
you ain't gonna get nowhere.
You sitting up or you standing up for the rest of the
against people and folks not paying attention.
So yeah, get you a little spot, and then you'll be all right. But here's the topic that's gonna piss you off.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Okay, I'm further than you. I'm officially further. Yeah, you know exactly what's coming up.
Which is so irritating because you fought me so hard for months to not watch this.
I'm further than you.
That's irritating.
So, premise. She fought me tooth and nail to get me to watch One Piece for like a good 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
To get me to watch One Piece. And every time I was like, I'm not watching that Bible of an anime. This shit is long as hell. Pause. Bro, 1,000+ chill out. Chill out. 1,000+ episodes. I'm officially caught up, and you still.
I am almost in the episode. Like I'm almost in the 900s. I just finished Whole Cake. The Straw Hats have officially. Spoiler warning.
Yeah, spoiler warning. But
the Straw Hats have officially escaped Big Mom, and they are on the Sunny after leaving G-Bay, headed to Wano. So I'm in like the Reverie episodes. Like I kind of saw a little bit. I kind of skipped through the Reverie if I'm gonna be 1,000% honest, because at this point I know most of the people going like Luffy. So at this point it's like a keep Luffy safe from the shadows and watch him do whatever. But I'm pacing myself before I get to Wano because that's 200 episodes right there. That's 200+ episodes. And if I thought that Dressrosa was long, if I thought that Thriller Bark was long, Wano ain't got nothing on that. And so because I have a feeling that my emotions are finna get tested in this new arc, I need to give myself a break because honestly, Dressrosa, Zoe, and Whole Cake really just put me through the ringer. I was really, they had me going there for a second. They really did have me going there.
So we're gonna do a breakdown, okay? We're gonna do the breakdown of the more recent arcs. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm glad you're taking a break before Wano. You're gonna need it. Stock up on stock up on tissue.
No.
Stock up on snacks.
Okay.
You gonna need them. This is a long ass arc, and it's a real like. What's funny about Wano is it's a arc within an arc, which pisses me off.
Okay, so there's a couple side quests.
Yeah. A couple is an understatement.
Oh gosh.
There's a couple of you know how they do. Everybody gotta have their own. Every character has to have their own breakdown, their own little quest. So One Piece breakdown, all right? Since you done got me here to this point.
Yeah.
My overall thoughts, okay? Actually, we're gonna start with you because I'm about to go in on this anime. We're gonna start with you.
Oh, because I actually like One Piece. One Piece overall, I think One Piece has great story building. Like world building, story building. I think that they are elite when it comes to setting stuff up. Now the length that is kind of it's very daunting. But when One Piece been on for years, so I mean they've of course had to keep.
And they still going.
Still going.
They're gonna be going until shit. I might be 30 plus before they end.
Literally, like it's gonna keep going. But I think that the character stories, I think that they give you just enough, but they also don't tell you anything about the main characters because they definitely are trying to give you that build up of who the main players are at the end. I can already see that once Oda keeps going and writes more of the story, that Luffy's backstory is probably going to come up. Luffy's dad's backstory is going to come up. Luffy's mom might even come into play. We don't know who that woman is.
We don't know who that woman is.
We don't know who that woman is.
As a matter of fact, now that I'm thinking about it, the only person who has a mom for real is Usopp and Nami.
No, Ace has one.
Who?
Ace.
Who's Ace's mom?
You know, because they showed the clip. She held him for 10 months, so she wouldn't be.
Ace don't matter as far as the Straw Hats go. I mean,
don't do that.
Ace dead.
He didn't mean it.
Spoiler.
He didn't mean it. He didn't mean it.
Ace dead. Ace got a hole through his chest. Ace looking like, I don't know.
That's so. Don't talk about Luffy brother like that. He would have slapped you in the mouth.
Yeah.
He would have slapped you in the mouth
with fire.
Literally.
It would have been racially motivated, but
he would have gave you that good old celestial dragon punch you had in Sabo. You would have been gone.
Now, to all the Ace fans out there, he a real one, you know.
He is.
He the realest one.
Blackbeard, fuck that nigga. Never forgive him.
Yeah. Anyways, so overall, you fucking One Piece.
Yeah, for sure. I love that show. It's giving me what Naruto gave me when I first started watching anime. It's giving me that feeling of like, I'm so excited to watch the show.
Okay, so what's your like top 3 moments? I already know they're gonna be emotional. So where my tissues at?
In One Piece?
Yeah. It's a tall order. Huh?
Top. Okay, third. I'm gonna say when Luffy protected Boa's sister from her slave mark showing. After he just got done getting his ass whooped by them.
I remember that. Mm-hmm.
I think that was a really cool moment, even though the people around didn't understand. 2, I'm going to have to give it to when Momonosuke asked Luffy for help in the very top of the whale when they were looking at the road poneglyph. And he was like, no, I'm not finna help y'all when Kinemon and them, but then Momo came. Yeah, that was a good moment. I said, Luffy! Oh my God! And honestly, I can't give all Luffy moments, but when Zoro took over, I think it was a Thriller Bark.
It was Thriller Bark.
Yeah, when Zoro took Luffy's like exhaustion, that was a good one.
That was a good one. That was a good one. That was a great one, actually.
That was a good one. Honorable mention when Robin said she wanted to live because like same girl.
That was a good one. Okay. Those are some wholesome moments. Wholesome moments. So now I gotta force you to talk shit about it. You got to. You have to.
I need you to tell me some good things because you apparently have more criticism for One Piece than I do.
Okay, you know what? I won't start off at hating, right? I won't start off hating because One Piece overall, I'll give it it's a decent anime, all right? It's a decent watch. Bar the length of the anime, there are some very wholesome moments. It deserves its place in the big 3, right? Deserves its place. Where in the big 3 is debatable, but it deserves its place for sure. I guess if I had to choose my top 3 moments would be like what's it called? Mine is mainly fighting, but if they were a more wholesome moment, it'd probably be when Sabo returned.
Oh yeah,
that was a good moment.
That was good.
Mentioned or nod to when Zoro took over Luffy's pain and stuff. That was pretty dope. And then low key, I don't know why I like this so much, but when Sanji v. Luffy in Whole Cake.
Yeah.
That was
pissed me off.
and he was like, I can't be king of the pirates without you. And so Sanji was crying. I was like, okay, that's a wholesome moment right there. Because Sanji a little soft ass nigga.
He is a sim for real.
Sanji a little soft ass nigga. So I was like, that was a good moment right there. Mm-hmm. And then obviously honorable mention with when Robin was like, I want to live. All Frankie moments. Frankie is the GOAT.
Yeah.
Frankie is the GOAT
Frankie
of
and Brooke
the Straw Hats. Frankie and Brooke, the funniest characters, bro. Literally. Him and his little supers, that shit. And then Brooke's laugh. Brooke's my favorite character.
He goated in the Whole Cake. Goated. When I thought that Brooke wasn't holding his, because they wasn't giving Brooke the same sort of fights they was giving Zoro and Sanji. And they need to realize that Brooke is really one of the big dogs if you really want to keep
it a whole stack of Thou Wow.
Usopp, I'll give him 4th rank.
Fourth?
Because I'm really going Zoro Sanji.
Oh, you going after Luffy?
Yeah, after Luffy.
Okay.
Obviously, the captain ain't finna be touched, but like literally Zoro Sanji.
I don't know. They be beating the fuck out of Luffy. They be ripping Luffy a new one.
But I realized that I think this is the way that Luffy was trained, because one thing in Whole Cake that I understood when he was fighting Mochi Man, I don't know, his Katakuri. There we go.
Mochi Man. That's Mochi Man.
Because, man, but I realized when all of his flashbacks with Rayleigh was coming up, he was basically telling Luffy, like, your biggest strength is how you get your ass handed to you every single time, but you improve every single punch.
All right, so let's get down to the nitty gritty of the bullshit of One Piece, all right? I've never seen a anime MC, a shonen MC, get beat as many times as Luffy, bro. Every fight, this nigga get beat. He ain't won a one-on-one the first time ever. Well, maybe his like when he was first introduced.
Yeah.
Bar that, every fight afterwards, he's the first round.
After the Grand Line, really.
Yeah.
When he hit the Grand Line for real, like winning the New World.
Yeah. Once he met Nami, they was watching him.
He got Arlong the first time.
No, he did not.
He didn't?
He ended up in a whole freaking under the water. They had to save him.
Oh, you're right.
He didn't know.
He did not get Arlong.
He was gonna die.
He was
gonna die. Sanji had to save him.
You're correct. I think the best fight that Luffy had where he didn't get beat the first time was probably Fishman Island when he was fighting Horty. Like, he had other minor fights in that, but Horty and Luffy never clashed until the end. Yeah. So, and Luffy at that point was already stronger than most of the beginner niggas. So,
at that time skip, Luffy came back a different nigga.
He did.
He came back a different nigga. He said, I mean business, only business.
And that's when I started liking Luffy more. Like, when I first started watching One Piece, I was like, I'm here for the side characters like Chopper, Zoro. Like, they have really good stories, and mostly it was like crew stories. So that's all we had to go off on, building the crew, whatever. But I didn't start liking Luffy as a character because it seemed like the crew was just carrying him, and he would come in, beat somebody's ass, and then head on. He didn't see Luffy use his head until after Ace died and he trained.
Type shit. I forgot to give an honorable mention to when he punched that celestial dragon in the face, rocked his shit to a different dimension. Had that you didn't see Reverie.
I did see it because he showed. So I'm at the part right now because I don't know if they rescued Kuma or not. So if he does, you can tell me because I want to know if Sabo and his folks
they rescued Kuma.
If they rescued Kuma because it comes in once the guy who got punched comes in. His daddy is on top of Kuma riding him or whatever.
No, they didn't rescue him.
Oh, Sabo was there though. So that sucks.
Did you finish Reverie or you just skipped past?
I kind of skipped around, kind of looked around.
Yeah, they spoiler alert, they didn't rescue him. They found out he was dead.
Oh, so that was a pacifista that he was riding
on. No, that was him. But like, I think they killed him or something or other.
Oh,
and then they captured Sabo because obviously they tried to catch a body. Sabo and something happened to where like it ended up in the news. They caught Sabo and some shit like that. Something happened like that.
So now after Wano, Luffy got to go. Well, I've been waiting for him to fuck with the world government for real, to be honest. So if he's got to go to Marie's Wall to rescue Sabo and free the rest of them slaves that Fisher Tiger didn't do, I'm ready for it. Because one thing One Piece has done really well is like social justice issues. They have done a good job. Like Fishman Island being black folks, that's canon. Because we know Jinbei is black with a Jerry curl.
But the thing is, though, ain't no black people other than Usopp, who is light skinned.
But Usopp is canon black. Oda said it.
He light skinned. He light skinned for real.
He's black.
But like other than Usopp, there's no black people.
No, Aokiji.
Aokiji? Mm-hmm. I be forgetting about him.
Aokiji's black. A couple people in the Navy, even though they don't really matter. I honestly think that homie, with the shiny leg, that what's his name? His face pisses me off every time I see his ass.
With the shiny leg?
Yeah, he wore that yellow suit.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly. I don't remember him, but
Kizaru.
Yeah, him.
He gets on my nerves, but I think he's also
he's
black.
So pretentious.
He gets on my nerves. And lava nigga who killed A. I just want I need Luffy and or Shanks to stomp on their head for real. Cause that's
I need Shanks to be more of a character. I need him to be more of a relevant character in this shit, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
At this point, he gonna have to be. Luffy didn't already came after. Well, I'm assuming at this point, since Wano is over, Kaido got his ass handed to him. I'm gonna say this. I ain't seen it yet, but knowing what I know about One Piece, Kaido is probably either somewhere hurt and not an emperor no more, or at like something happened to where he is no longer where he needs to be at. That's what I'm thinking.
I don't want to spoil nothing for you, but like you need to hurry up. I got a website for you to where you don't got to watch this like some of this further stuff. You need to hurry up and catch up. Yeah. It's look, Wano Kuni, that arc is decent. Bar the Oda arc, or not Oda, Odin arc. There's some backstory about
Momo's daddy.
Yeah, there's some backstory about him and his adventures, basically, which is pretty. It's a decent watch. I like it. Bar that though, Wano Kuni is a decent. It's a decent arc. Animation is already. But anyways, back to the bullshit of One Piece. Like I said, I've never seen an MC get his ass beat so many times. I've also never seen an MC get smacked around by his crew so many. It's like, bro doesn't demand no respect from his crew for real.
I mean, Naruto was getting his ass beat by Sakura every 10 seconds. I mean, he did it out of love, but
yeah, he took her punches because at any point he could have smacked. He could have did like Sasuke.
Luffy could have done it to his crew too, but Luffy, that's
they be hitting him. They be hitting him with malicious intent. They be trying to kill him.
I be trying to knock his block off for real. But I mean,
they be trying to kill him.
Love taps.
And here's the other thing that pissed me off. Luffy got hoes
in different areas.
Different area codes. Luffy got hoes in different islands, bruh. And he oblivious to it all.
He get a honey everywhere he go. He get a honey.
He oblivious to all of it.
Literally,
every island he done hit, there's a man. Luffy got hoes. And he only 19.
That's crazy. Luffy ain't even 20 yet. Oh wow.
One Piece, I will say this though, Oda. Please don't drag this out till I'm 30, bro.
No. Please do.
Please don't.
Please do.
Please don't.
Please do.
Because I don't want to spoil it for you, but you already know. I don't want to spoil it for you, but like also like Luffy's peak.
You think he's not gonna go nowhere after Gear 5? Is that what you're trying to say?
What I'm trying to say is like if this is your peak, you shouldn't still be getting beat.
Well, I feel like there's a reason for that. I mean, like, that's why I keep saying, like, at this point, Luffy is going to continue to have these hard fights where he has to keep trying to get there because, like, that's just Luffy's personality. He gonna struggle. He's not gonna be strong right off the bat. He literally, all of his gears have come from desperation to beat somebody and to be that guy.
You weak. You soft. Get strong in the beginning. What you spend all that time with Rayleigh for?
That's not fair.
If you was just gonna come back and get washed again.
I mean,
what you spend all that time for if you was just gonna come back and get washed?
Had 2 years with Rayleigh. Think about it.
2 years of boxing.
Rayleigh was not strong. 2 years of training his hockey. That's what
observation.
His observation and his armament and all that shit. But when you think about it, Rayleigh or Roger was not strong off the bat. They literally had to go and learn hockey from other places because I'm pretty sure hockey was around, but them niggas probably made hockey a thing when they started traveling and doing all the stuff. Like Roger, Whitebeard, Shanks, and everybody being on the crew. Yeah, like literally, hockey probably wasn't a thing, so they had to pick it up from the jump. So they
you think it just started at Roger?
I mean,
it couldn't have.
I mean, probably not because obviously there's that lost.
Yeah, the lost period. Joy Boy was a thing before Joy Boy who he is now.
It's.
But you think Roger was getting? You think he was? Well, we don't know.
Nobody was challenging Roger.
We don't know for real.
I mean, we honestly don't know Roger's story, so I don't think nobody was really.
They kind of get in Wannacuni. They kind of get into it.
Odin was a part of it.
Yeah, they kind of get into it.
So we don't know if Roger had any people who was out there beefing with him, because all the people we know now, all the big dogs, was on his crew. When you think about it for real. So all of the new pirates that came, I want to say probably around the Buggy Shanks Jean Bay era, those niggas picked up hockey from the niggas that learned hockey after the lost period. So all of the new generation, worst generation, all the people that came in between Roger and Luffy, picking up hockey that's new. I have to think that hockey is new, or getting to start being a thing on the new line after the fact, because nobody needs hockey before the new line. Nobody was using it except for maybe like a couple of admirals that came and we're like, what the fuck is that? But
nah, fuck a hockey, bro. You still just get beat. Fuck hockey. You would still get beat without it. Even before the red line, or even before the red line, or whatever the case may be, you was still getting boxed without it.
That's just Luffy's. That's his plot armor. He got to get his ass beat before he win.
You worse than Ichigo, bro. And that nigga is notorious for just losing fights. He don't come back. He just lose. Now, he does come back. He does.
Not you lose, train, and come back. That's
literally what he does.
Brute forces his way through every single fight, which I can respect though. He gonna be hurt, but he finna roll up to the fight still though.
He about that action for real.
Oh, for sure.
He about that smoke for real.
So can you really say that? I mean, yeah, you can say Luffy get his ass beat, but I don't think you can ever truly say that Luffy loses, because he's never, anytime he's like not been able to, is because he physically hasn't been able to move. But right after he's able to move, he's gotten back up in.
You know how? Time out. You know how annoying that is? Doflamingo beat this nigga 3 different times.
3 different times. He had to charge up for 10 minutes. 3 times.
3 different times. Can you imagine the nigga you just damn near beat to a bloody pulp, still pulling up 10 minutes later talking about some let's scrap though?
I mean, but he thought he was gonna win, and you see how that nigga ended up.
He did. That nigga ended up in jail.
Under it. In the part that they kept. Yeah. And honestly, probably under Jinbei and them, because there was another level that we didn't see in Impel Down.
That was a decent arc. Impel Down was a decent arc, bro.
Yes.
Ooh. There's a lot of honorable. There's a lot of dope moments in One Piece. I won't sit here and that's why I say like it's a decent anime.
For sure.
We're gonna get off the whole. We can go on about anime for
hell yeah, especially One Piece, because that's my shit right now.
Fucking hours. But to wrap this all up, I do have a question for you. All right, you have to dig in the recesses of your mind.
Okay.
What advice would you give to either your younger self or like someone younger than you that you want to be a mentor to?
Honestly, if I could probably hit like 12, 13-year-old me up, because that's probably like I just hit middle school. I feel like middle school is a very transitional part in a kid's life. Like you're not a kid anymore, but like you're finna transition into high school where you're expected to be kind of almost like an adult. So I think if I could tell myself back then, to one, either really focus on school, even though my grades were fine, but to really, I guess, put more effort into, I guess, building better habits back then and not be so focused on boys, because they do come later in life, girl. They definitely do. So I'll probably tell myself to, girl, they're going to come. Just let these little snot-nosed little boys that want the palm colors and wearing their Nike socks with their
What the?
Want the palm colors. Like, leave them alone, girl. It's not worth it for you to be up night sniffling about it. And I think if I would have learned that lesson in middle school, I probably would have had an easier time in high school. For sure.
So you would just say, focus on school.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck these niggas.
For sure. Focus on school, even though that's such a cliche answer. I feel like everybody learns later in life that when they were younger, they were probably like, I want to say obsessed with the things that they thought made them adult.
Mm-hmm.
Relationships make you feel like you're an adult. So I think if you, I guess, focus more on what kids are supposed to be doing, which is being in school, learning stuff so you can be a better adult, then I think I probably would have aged your time.
I fuck with the answer heavy. Okay.
Yeah.
Look at you. Some wisdom. What I say? She got that wisdom about it.
Just a little bit.
Well, we're gonna end it. We're gonna wrap it right there. But thank you for joining me.
No problem.
Thank you guys for joining us for another episode of the YourStory podcast with yours truly, Rodney J. Salter. Remember,
y'all know what the J stand for? I just want to know if you told me what the J stand for.
No, they don't need to know all that.
Oh, okay.
Look at you. Look at you.
You said it earlier and I wanted to ask, but you said it again, so I said, okay.
Look at you trying to bait. Stop. Quit. Stop it. Jesus, if you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, hit the bell. Do all those things you know to do on YouTube because they're just right there. I don't know why you would do anything else. If you're on Spotify, listening to the smooth, sultry sounds of my voice, my friend Alaijah's voice, go ahead and hit that follow button. Leave a rating, 5 stars preferable. Whatever you got to say it with your corazon. Tu corazon. This has been another episode. We're signing out. Goodbye. I be, bro, more times than not, I'm pissed at this one right here.
Oh, yeah.
Because she be, bro, how you go 30 days and 30 nights without so much as a hello? It's okay, I got it bad too.
Yeah.
We both got it bad. That's our relationship.
I'm one of those supposed to be on my phone, but don't be on my phone. So my phone is going to be in my hand. It's going to be on my person. I might be looking at my phone. But as far as the notifications that are coming up on the top of my screen, I'm not seeing those. So I exit out of whatever app I'm on. And 9 times out of 10, I'm scrolling on TikTok. And that TikTok got my attention.
Her shit is on perpetual. Do not disturb. Nah, I don't know how anybody texts her.
Very hard.
D&D.
Very hard.
It's a busy woman. Get you one of them. Busy woman.
Mm-hmm.